The last warm-up pitch of Kyle Casarino. He'll be sent to the mound tonight for the Tri-Town squad as tonight's big night here on Munger Vision. We've got the semifinal action. Winner tonight between Marble Valley and Tri-Town will play in the championship game against the undefeated Slate Valley team. Each of these teams tonight, obviously coming out of the losers bracket, each have one loss. And Marble Valley already playing Tri-Town once in this tournament. It was a great ball game, 6-4. And the difference in that ballgame was a two-run homer late in the game by Andy Kanash. So Kyle Casarino all set, and at the plate, Colby McKay. These two teams and players very familiar with each other. Strike called. Yeah, these two teams basically comprise the league, regular season league, and then the tournament, the playoffs for the Proctor Youth League. And they'll be outside 1-1 to count. And it's a perfect night for baseball. When I left, I checked Channel 15's weather map on their PEGTV.com website, and it was an 87-degree mark, which the humidity is nowhere near as bad as it had been. So that's got a chance to drop in, and that is going to drop in. It'll be fielded out there and brought back in real quick by Bianchi, and that's going to be a leadoff single for McKay. Amy Jones up, and I'll tell you what, if you would have picked an MVP prior to the start of this tournament for the Marble Valley squad, I don't think she'd probably been in the top three, but she's at the top of my list right now. Just a tremendous tournament for Amy Jones. And that'll be high for a ball. But I started to tell you, the youth league that I cover all season long is Proctor, two Pittsford teams, Brandon, Killington, Barstow. Oh, and I know I'm missing somebody. That's going to be fouled back for a strike. Oh, Rutland Town, the champions of the league. There we go. So what we've got Marble Valley is the two Pittsford teams, Brandon and Proctor, making up Marble Valley, and then Killington, Barstow, and Rutland Town making up Tri-Town. And that's what I mean about being familiar with each other. They played each other all through the regular season, the playoffs, and now into this all-star tournament. Slate Valley waiting to the winner of this game. Well, not all the players are back from last year, but that's the team that won the championship last year. And a good eye by Jones, and that pitch will miss high. Casarino with that good pop on the ball. Just got to find the strike swing. He's a little bit high right now. McKay led off with a single. Jones and then Protovansky on deck. Now I'll tell you, these teams played 4 ball games yesterday, and there's a walk. I'll put runners at first and second. Because Saturdays was the official start of the tournament, but it got rained out. All the games did. And they just reconfigured the schedule for Sunday, and they jammed in a bunch more games. And I'll tell you got to really put your hats off. I know they're young players, and they're resilient. And Protovansky wants to bunt, pushes it down to first baseline. They got one play to first, and that will be out, but he'll sacrifice over to second and third. Now, like I said, they played once already in this tournament. It was a 6-4 win for the Tri-Town squad, and I expect this to be just as close. Derek Ains up now. He'll be the pitcher for Marble Valley. That's going to be foul as it gets ripped down that third baseline. The way it works innings-wise, pitching-wise, the way I was told, is that for the tournament, you get 12 innings, but you cannot throw more than 6 in a day. I know Marble Valley's in good shape with their pitchers, as is Tri-Town, and took something off that, and a big old bend on it, and Derek Ames out in front of it, down in the count now, 0-2. Tyler Allen sitting up in the on-deck circle. Again, this is Munger Vision, bringing you semifinal action from the Proctor All-Star Tournament 2010, and a good eye by Ames, and it looks to me, and I have no idea what the coaches talked about, I'm just speculating, but I've watched these two teams play 2 regular season games and then the 2 playoff games. Strike 3 looking. It seems to me that they're being much more patient at the plate, making Casarino throw some pitches in there, and that time he'll get the strikeout, and that's 2 down now with 2 on. Tyler Allen up. Tyler Allen in the last game yesterday with a couple home runs. That game propelled Marble Valley into this situation here, and that's going to be right down the pipe for a strike. Oh, I'll tell you, in that last regular season game these two teams played, it was the first playoff game of the championship, a 5-4 win for Rutland Town. A lot of missed opportunities for many of these Marble Valley players, and again, second and third with just one down, and that could become a big missed opportunity if they're not able to get a run across here. So Allen's set, and Casarino will fire. He'll be high on outside. Well, the outfield, I should start there, will be Lucas Godfrey in left field. Jacob Clark's the center fielder. Joe Bianchi is the right fielder. Behind the plate, Otter Brown, Brent Nickerson at first base, Jacob Bishop's at second, Andy Kanash at short, and Max Paquette at third. And they have no substitutions tonight. They have just 9 players to go with. Again, there's just a very small breeze blowing at this point in the ball game, so that shouldn't be a factor at all. Fouled back. Again, that was a good pitch, a little bit elevated and out of the strike zone, away from the right-handed hitter. So Allen with 2 strikes, got to protect the plate. Got him! Casarino with the big strikeout. We'll leave runners at second and third, and we'll go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Looking at number 20 right there, that's Derek Ains. He's going to get the start tonight for Marble Valley. He's got Shane Protovansky as his battery mate, and Max Paquette will be leading things off for Tri-Town. And the first pitch at the bottom of the first will be a swing and a miss. Ains, outstanding athlete, gets a lot of pop on the ball. Control. At this age level with all pitchers, it's all about control. And that's going to be an 0-2 count real quick here on Mr. Paquette. He'll be followed by Kyle Casarino. Batting number 3 is Andy Kanash, and the cleanup batter tonight, Jacob Clark. Defensively over at first, Tyler Allen, Amy Jones at second, Colby McKay at short, and Kyle Miles at third base. And that's going to be fouled right off the face mask of the umpire, and he's rugged, he's okay. Outfield, you got Sean Blanchard in center field. McGregor Shannon starts in left, and Dominic McCullough is in right field. We're scheduled for 6, but we'll play till we have a winner, so. Again, this is for the right to play in the championship game, and that'll be a foul ball. You can see the quickness of both Paquette of getting out of the batter's box and starting down the line, and then Ains able to get off the mound and get to the ball. So with 2 strikes, Paquette will again do a nice job battling here. He'll foul that pitch back, and again, you're watching tomorrow's High School Stars today, only on Munger Vision. This is local sports. It doesn't have to be a Division 1A top-notch high school. Strike 3, you'll get them with a high heat. You don't have to have a bunch of sponsorship. This is really local sports coverage right here. Kyle Casarino coming up now. He'll step in from the right side, and I believe time had been called. Is there a bat in the area of play? No, we're all good to go. Casarino handles the bat very well. He's got a good set of wheels on him. And that's going to be a third base. Miles to first, and he'll get him by a step. Again, Miles with a strong arm over at the hot corner. I'll tell you, this thing's got the feel of a championship game. This is only the semifinals. Now, this will be interesting to me. Andy Kanash up. Like I said, it was in the 5th inning in this tournament that these 2 teams are playing that Kanash hit a 2-run homer off from Ains over the right center field wall. Good 6, 7, well, probably 8 feet past the fence. It was a shot. Kanash, big, strong hitter, lefty. See, on that first pitch, Ains trying to keep the ball on the outside, and good location there on that low, and that knee-high strike. 1-1 to count. We have 2 down, and the outfielders get any deeper, they'll be able to step up here and broadcast the game. That's how deep they're playing. So Kanash with a 1-1 count. We'll watch that one go around the plate but not hit the corner for a 2-1 count. On deck is Jacob Clark. And a good crowd on hand for tonight's semifinals. That's the opposite field, and boy, everybody was. Yeah, that's McGregor Shannon. He's going to bring the ball into second base to the cutoff. Yeah, they'll hold Kanash to a very long single to the opposite field. They'd put a shift on, and everybody was over in right field, so they'll settle for a single. And now Clark up, the center fielder. Clark's had an excellent tournament. And that's going to give the runner a chance to get down to second base. And he's going to turn the corner and take third base. And he's going to be safe. Right on the call was the volunteer umpire, Dave Fitzgerald. And all of umpires our volunteer here, as is everybody who works on the grounds, mows the lawn, rakes the infield, plays the music, PA system. That's Mr. Knowles that does the PA music and the announcement and the Star Spangled Banner, and boy, does he do a great job. That's going to be a Jones to first, and oh, a nice grab by Allen, and that grab right there will keep us scoreless going into the second inning of play on Munger Vision. So we got on top of the second, we've got Kyle Miles, Sean Blanchard, McGregor, Shannon due up here as Casarino with a couple strikeouts at key times in that first inning. He gave up the leadoff single, then the walk, and then the indication to me that runs are going to be out of premium. That's a base hit as it goes out to center field. First pitch, and he drives it through the hole between first and second. Miles will be the second inning in a row that Marble Valley have leadoff batter on via a single. Now Blanchard up the center fielder. Well, center field to start with, but he's one of those players, like most of these players are, that we've seen him pitch, catch, play the outfield, very versatile, can play anywhere you put him. Sorry to say, the number 3 batter in that order in that first inning for Marble Valley was Shane Protovansky, and he's a big hitter, big bat. And I can tell that coach is thinking it's going to be a real tight, low-scoring game. They had him sacrifice runners over to second and third, so instead of having him swing away, they're looking to manufacture 1 or 2 runs, because I do think it's going to be that kind of ball game. That pitch missed high. McGregor Shannon will sit on deck. And it'll be outside. Again, you go to the website. If you know, there's a lot of different ways to catch local sports on with PEGTV, Munger Vision. One is the old-fashioned way, right on your television. We're the only ones that give you the option of just in the comfort of any room that you have a television in your house. That'll be a walk. But we also offer the free internet service. You can go to PEGTV.com, click video on demand, look through the hundreds and literally thousands of games on our archives, and wherever you want, anytime, anywhere in the universe, you can watch local sports on PEGTV, on the internet, or the good old-fashioned way, in your easy chair in your living room. Casarino right now looking for that control. First and second, but Marble Valley again, they squandered some opportunities in the first meeting in this All-Star tournament with runners on base against Tri-Town, and they've got, for the second inning in a row, 2 runners on. So McGregor Shannon, who, again, he's got good speed also, just can't catch up to that fastball as Casarino throwing that number 1 right by him. Again, defensively, you've got Nickerson at first, Bishop at second, Kanash at short, Paquette at third, Otter Brown behind the plate. Of course, I already mentioned Kyle Casarino's the pitcher. And they'll miss high in the outfield. Bianchi, Clark, and Godfrey. And Casarino with that look in will get the target, and he will miss high, and that walk will load him up. So you're looking for an early turning point in the ballgame. This is it right here. Bases loaded, nobody out, and McCullough, Dominic McCullough up, and Andy Kanash come around having a little chat with his teammate. Now they were teammates literally on Rutland Town's championship team this year. Yeah, they're going to bring the infield in to cut down the runners at home. So again, just Marble Valley in that first inning, bunting, sacrifice with the number 3 batter. Protovansky told me a lot, and now that Tri-Town bringing in the infield in the second inning to cut down the runners at home tells me a lot. You know, me personally, right here, I love a little small ball if I was a coach. Swing and a miss. Top of the order, sitting on deck, Colby McKay. Even if I just called for a bunt as a feint, and again, I will just miss that outside corner. Nowhere to put him with a walk as the bases are juiced here in the top of the second. Like I said, what's at stake? Well, for these youngsters, everything. They want to play in that title game, and that's the winner of this game will move on into the championship against Slate Valley. And strike 3 looking. So Casarino, again, at the most opportune time, comes up with his 3rd strikeout. And now McKay up. That's why if they're playing it so close to the best right now, both teams, instead of watching strike 3 with them swinging away, What's wrong with the bunt? It's contact. It makes the defense shift around. It makes these youngsters think real quick decision making. I mean, 1 out now. That pitch called a strike. Amy Jones on deck. Now McKay 1 for 1 today. He had a single to start out the ball game. And Casarino again. He's one of those pitchers that when he gets himself in trouble, he has the ability to get himself out of trouble with composure and the ability to throw strikes, get the out through a strikeout. That one came up a little high on him. And a good eye by McKay. McKay again, talked about McKay. I've seen him play on that infield. He's been a pitcher. I mean, he's been all over the place. He's had a very good tournament also. Basically, all these players have had an excellent tournament. He'll get down out of the way. And that wasn't quite as close as he thought it was, but he made sure he had a lot of margin for error there. Casarino working with the bases loaded and 1 down. He'll stretch the plate, miss the corner, and run it to a full count. So again, right on the edge of a disaster here. It just seems where he seems to throw his best clutch pitch. That's going to be popped up, and is it playable? No, it's going to be out of play. And so again, good job by Casarino throwing a strike, and a good job by the batter McKay of fouling off what could have been strike 3. So everybody doing their job on that particular pitch. So we stay with a full count, 1 out, bases loaded, top of the 2nd from the Proctor All-Star Tournament. He'll miss high, and that'll walk in a run. And that will leave him loaded, so McKay able to work the count around to his favor, and he did spoil a good pitch there on that pitch prior. Now Amy Jones up. She walked her first time around, and Coach Kanash is going to come out and have a chat with his starting pitcher and the catcher. And right now it just looks like, and I'm just conjecturing, looks more like a settling down, take a deep breath, he's going to be fine. Mechanics, a young player like Casarino's got wonderful mechanics. When I watch one of their basketball or here in softball, I'm just really amazed at how technically sound he is. Well, but right now it's just getting refocused. So Jones all set, and that's the first visit to the mound. And again, that pitch had some pop on it, but it was inside for a ball. And we have timeout called by the home plate umpire. And I'm not sure, because I can't see through, but looks like it's equipment. They're fixing the strap on Otter Brown, the catcher out there. See one of the coaches out there getting his, actually looks like they're tying his cleat. There they go. Hey. That's good job by both the volunteer umpires. Safety first as they get the equipment checked out, and yeah, and then the coach getting a round of applause from the fans for being right on top of that. Okay, Otter Brown all set now. That's what the hold up in the action was. Top of the 2nd, 1-0, Marble Valley with the lead. And again, they've got the potential here for a big inning. They have the 1 out, but the base is still loaded, and they're right at the 2-3-4 spot in the order. Strike call. That's tickling that outside corner. Jones nodding her head down to third base, getting the sign from the head coach down there, or one of the coaches. Been a hot week of baseball. Oh, she went upstairs after that high fastball and couldn't catch up to it, and she'll have 2 strikes on her now. I'll tell you what, and it's a long way to go. If Tri-Town gets out of this with just a 1 run, that could be momentum for them, because that'd be playing like Harry Houdini disappearing act. And he'll get the big strikeout. So that's 4 strikeouts now for Casarino, and all 4 of them came with runners in scoring position. Protovansky up. He laid down a sacrifice bunt his only time up. A beautiful bunt, but I think you'll see him be swinging away here. If he's bunting this time, it's going to be for a base hit. And that'll be high. And Protovansky, very good at knowing that strike zone. Very intelligent player. Again, bases still loaded, but the big thing now, 2 down, there's a force out at any base. And Protovansky will duck underneath that pitch. Now he's got the count in his favor at 2 balls, no strikes. Again, I just can't give enough praise to the organizers, the committee, and the volunteers that make this All-Star tournament work. It's quite a... And that's going to be a shot. And that's going to be to the fence, and that's going to clear the bases. We'll pick up Protovansky. He's going to go to third base. You know, he hesitated, and he heads to third base, and he's going to be there and puts the brake on Protovansky with a 3-run triple to the opposite field. Clears the bases. And oh yeah, I can see his dad right now. He's beaming, and they're going to have... You can see Andy Kanash, the shortstop, talking to Casarino, the pitcher. And again, this is one of those things, you got to, adversity makes you tough. You got to take the good with the bad and grind it through. And Derek Ains up now. He took strike 3 looking his only time up. And he will hold up on that high pitch. So it goes to a 4-run inning, 4-0 Marble Valley with the lead right now. Long way to go in the ball game. And Gasparino just trying to find that third out. He's got Protovansky seen over at third base. Now that, to me, I'm trying to show you what I was talking about in that first inning with runners at first and second. They took number 3 batter, Protovansky, and they had him sacrifice bunt. Oh, that's going to be, oh, that could be foul. Yeah. I had to wait because I had a little problem finding that chalk line over there. But now you see Protovansky get up in a different situation where they don't need to sacrifice, and he's a big bat. He's a big hitter, and he hits that triple. Long way to go, though. Settle in, go get some ice cream, sit down, watch the game. And a good eye by Ains, and Protovansky going to break, coming home. There'll be a play at the plate, and he's going to be just there under the tag. It was close. But he'll come in with the 5th run this inning. And the umpire going to do a little housework back there as he'll dust off the plate, and the base is clean now. Again, I'm not sure what the innings are for Tri-Town as far as their pitchers are. I know that they're missing Alex Crompton isn't here tonight. He's not on my roster tonight. But they do have Kanash. A swing and a miss. That was a good looking pitch right there from Kyle Casarino. This is also the 8th batter to come to the plate. There is no 10th batter rule in this tournament. And that's going to be out of play. Ains will follow it off. They'll hand off a new ball to the catcher back there, Honor Brown. And so Derek Ains, who plays for the Pittsford squad, he will take the base on ball 4. And Tyler Allen now, he's struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. He is the 9th batter to come up here in the 2nd inning. It's been a big 2nd inning for Marble Valley. They've so far to this point scored 5 runs. The big hit being the triple that scored 3 runs off the bat is Shane Protovansky. And that'll be high for a ball. Again, that's one of the things I was talking about earlier in this inning was the Marble Valley, whether by design or by just accident, a lot more patient tonight at the plate against the pitching of Tri-Town. And I will be inside, and I'll move Allen off the plate a tad. Well, on deck will be Kyle Miles, and he's the guy that started this whole inning off with the base hit for Marble Valley. Getting an awful good Slate Valley team will play the winner of this ball game. And then you got to remember, it's double elimination, so hypothetically, if Slate Valley were to lose in game 1 of the championship game, well, there would be yet another game to find the conclusion here of this tournament. Strike call, great pitch, low and outside to the right-handed hitter. Again, the outfield, well, I'm looking at it, they're playing pretty straight away. A little bit shallow, I think, but straight away. Yeah, and that was one of those close pitches that they would not have been so patient on earlier in the season. And Ames will go to second, and Allen will go to first on the walk. And Miles, who's 1 for 1 with a single, and he has scored a run this inning. There's Dave Fitzgerald dusting off the rubber on the mound. And then Miles played for Proctor during the regular season. Oh, he cranked that, and good catch by Godfrey, as that's going to be out number 3. He'll take it right off the ankles on a hard line drive, but it was a big inning for Marble Valley as they pick up 5 runs as we go to the bottom of the second, 5-0, and Tri-Town coming up to the plate. So Derek Ains able to get out of that first inning and strand a runner over at third base. He's going to be looking at Bishop, and that's going to be dropping in. It'll be picked up by Blanchard, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Jacob Bishop. And again, 5 runs seems like a lot, but it's really not. We're only in the second inning, and you got 2 very talented teams right here taking on each other. And that is Otter Brown up now. So Nickerson will be on deck. Brown at the plate with 1 runner on and nobody down. And Ames coming to the plate with a fastball. And that's going to be off the glove of Allen. He's looking for the baseball. Can't pick it up. And there goes Bishop to third base. Yep. So that ball, I couldn't pick it up quick enough, but it was a hard shot. And it went through the hole between first and second. And that will give... I'm looking for Brown. He ended up at first base. Okay. So again, good way to respond to those runs in the top half of this inning by getting the first 2 hitters on. Now Nickerson up with Bianchi on deck. And a good pitch by Ains right there, getting that outside corner, and a strike. Now Protovansky remains behind the plate. He's the catcher. Allen's at first, Jones at second. McKay at short. Kyle Miles getting the start at third base tonight. Throughout the tournament, he has been usually the starting catcher, and then they move him around afterwards. So I want him to be back there the whole ball game in this heat. And a swinging strike 2. McCullough, Blanchard, and Shannon, McGregor Shannon in the outfield. And I have to correct it with McGregor because there are 2 Shannons on the team, brothers. And Ames will miss, low and outside. So Nickerson playing first base tonight. Looking for the big hit right here. Oh, just a nasty pitch right there. As Nickerson will become the first out, the second strikeout, first out of the second inning. And the right fielder, Joe Bianchi, up. And then Lucas Godfrey, who made that excellent catch to end the top half of the second. He'll be batting in that number 9 spot. Again, I'm trying to just... when the players come up, try to remember all the different teams that they play for. But overall, the whole tournament, as always. Oh, what a great pitch. Did you see the bend on that? Now, I don't know if he's throwing a 2-seamer or a 4-seamer or what he's throwing, but when he let that go the way I'm lined up right behind him, I thought he was going to hit the batter, but then the thing just kept breaking over the plate. That's going to get the run home. Jones will go for 1. Nope, everybody's going to be safe. They got a chance for Otter Brown on a rundown, and Brown's going to be back safe. Otter Brown scrambling around, and what looked to be at least a 1 out ends up with nobody out in the run-in. Bishop comes across the plate with the first run scored for Tri-Town. Otter Brown ends up at second base. Bianchi at first. And Godfrey up now, so just the 1 out. And just like that, the momentum shifting around now in Tri-Town. On the move as they're the top of the order, Max Paquette on deck. Ains with the look in and the pitch. That's another high chopper. And no, they'll bobble it and they should just eat it. Yeah. Base is loaded, so a couple errors have helped get momentum back here for Tri-Town as Brown goes to third. Bianchi is at second. Godfrey is at first. And the last 2 balls hit were very identical to each other with that the ground absorbing all that heat or the weak hard as a rock. Bounced straight up, and I think it was just more of a matter of thinking what you're going to do with the ball go to second or go to first, trying to do something before you actually field it. So Paquette, who's 0 for 1, will even up the count at 1-1 as he went after that fastball on the outside corner. Kyle Casarino on deck. We have a 5-1 game and a potential big inning brewing here for Tri-Town in the bottom of the second. Strike 2 call. And again, not getting on any of the players at all, but it's one of those situations where you look over the scorebook at the end of the ball game. You kind of look for key moments. This inning right here could actually be over. So this could become a bookmark in the ball game, a bookmark moment right here, this inning. That pitch just missed inside, and that'll make it a 2-2 count. Ames will kick fire, and strike 3 looking as Paquette will go down for the second time tonight on strikes. And Casarino up, he grounded out to the third baseman, Kyle Miles, his first time up. Now again, the big thing here with Casarino is you almost guarantee he's going to make contact with the ball. He's going to put it into play, and that'll be a foul ball. He's going to put the ball into play with contact and make the defense execute the play to get the out. Now that's a lot easier said than done, especially at this age level. Big crowd. Whoa! And he went up the ladder, chased one out of the strike zone. Ames with some high heat. And 0-2 the count. I'm just trying to do a lot with one swing right there. And that's going to be out of play, yes. So we'll stay with the 2-strike count. Tell you what, the coaches are into strike 3 looking. They'll leave the bases loaded. They'll pick up a run, and we'll have a 5-1 game. Marble Valley with the lead going into the top of the third. So we go to the third. New pitcher out there for Tri-Town. That's going to be number 24. And that's Jacob Bishop. So Bishop and I'm looking for Kyle. Casarino's gone to second base, and that's going to be lifted to center field. Clark says he's got it, and he does. As he'll circle underneath it, track it down, and make the grab. Nice job by Clark. And just like that, there's one out here in the third. And, I got to flip my book around. I got the wrong team up. Here we go. That was Sean Blanchard that flied out as I got chatting between innings and lost my place. McGregor Shannon due up now. On Bishop with a strike right on the inside corner. So basically, yeah, they just flip-flopped. Kyle Casarino went to second base defensively, and Jacob Bishop went in to pitch. And it is a 5-1 score. Marble Valley would lead in the third, scheduled for at least 6, and a bunt attempt. He went after it and missed it, so McGregor called the strike. Dominic McCullough on deck. McGregor walked in the second inning and eventually came around to score a run. Well, I tell you what, that was a heck of a job of following off had potential to be a strike right there, and he reached out and just fouled it off. Stays alive with those 2 strikes on him. So both teams able to offensively generate runs in the run in the second inning. Check swing, caught by Casarino as he'll back up on the ball and make it look easy as he'll make the grab for the second out. Now Dominic McCullough up as he's the right fielder, and he is 0 for 1 tonight. Winner will move on to play Slate Valley in the championship round. And a swing and a miss. And again, a lot of movement on that pitch from Bishop. It's Clark, Bianchi, and Godfrey in the outfield. Connor Brown, the catcher. Nickerson over at first base, Kadash at short, and Paquette at third. I've already mentioned it. Casarino's at second. That's the defensive alignment for the Tri-Town squad. And McCullough watches strike 3 as that's the inning. It was quick this time, so we'll go to the bottom of the third. 5-1 Marble Valley with lead. Derek Gaines going to be looking at the 3-4-5 spot, which is Andy Kanash, Jacob Clark, and Jacob Bishop. Kanash with a single. He's 1 for 1 today. Haynes has thrown the ball very well. He's had decent control. He's got 4 strikeouts so far in the ball game. And that's going to be another big high chopper, and it'll go foul. Good job by both players there not to get tangled up and get injured. Boy, I tell you, can tell it's been hot out for a long time, like a week or so, because the ground's so hard. All these balls coming up just like a tennis court, so hard. And again, it was in the first meeting of this All-Star tournament that Kanash hit the 2-run homer off from Ames. That's going to be to McKay on the run, and he'll just get him. What a play by McKay as he scooped and threw all in the same motion. Oh, he looked like Louis Aparicio. Well, I got to think of somebody modern. Most kids won't know who Louis Aparicio is. So Jeter, he's a short. He looked like Jeter out there. Louis Aparicio. Boy, am I giving my age away. I was going to say Mark Bellinger used to play with the Orioles. Couldn't hit the ball, but boy, could he field the ball. That's to Miles, and boy, it's a tough short hop, and he'll just eat it. Yeah, that was a good job of not compounding a problem, as he just couldn't pick up the short hop, and then he didn't throw the ball away, trying to rush and make up for it. So that'll be an error, as Clark will reach. Again, I'm unofficial. And Jacob Bishop up now. Unofficially, that's the third error of the ball game on Marble Valley. Again, Ames has not really been hit hard. He's had a few defensive breakdowns behind him, but there's a swing and a miss. And I got to wipe off my eyepiece here, as with the heat and the hot weather and my eyeball poking in it, it's all condensation. There we go. Oh, it is in focus now. I can see that. Ames, again, I don't know how he holds the ball, if it's a two-seamer, four-seamer, or what, but he's got some real good movement on it. And so Bishop, who had a single his first time up, I don't think he could hold up. No, he couldn't hold up, and that'll be strike 3. So 2 down now for Otter Brown. He reached on an error back in the second inning. Actually, if that's the case, that's 4 errors in the ball game. 5 strikeouts for Ames. Swing and a miss by Brown. We're in the third. Like I said, official game is 6, 5-1. Don't expect it to be cruising along like that. I expect a lot of things to happen between now and the end of this ball game. And again, you can see that pitch and the throw to first. I didn't follow it because he was safe, and I was kind of like leaning back, not really paying attention. So take my word for it, the runner was safe. It's been a very well umpired game, and he'll go outside and get the strikeout. And again, settling into a defensive battle here in pitcher's duel as it goes to the bottom of the, well, let me just double check that. Top of the 4th. There we go. 5-1. Marble Valley with the lead. The order in the top of the 4th. Colby McKay, Amy Jones, Sean Protobansky. That's the 3 due up. McKay with a single, an RBI, and has scored a run. And Bishop with a good-looking pitch there. We'll get the swing and a miss. It's had a playoff atmosphere. It seems like everything on the line, like it is, to go to the championship game. Swing and a miss again. Good-looking pitch by Bishop. A lot of mixed feelings as far as the 2 teams playing tonight, and then bang, have to go right into the championship game tomorrow night against an undefeated team. Don't forget, it's a double elimination tournament. I've been in both positions as a player and a coach. Strike 3 called, as McKay will go down on strikes. Now Amy Jones up. She's walked and she is struck out. So she's officially 0 for 1. I know I prefer, and it doesn't mean right or wrong, it's just I prefer to be playing tonight than having the night off. Not saying they're not practicing or I don't know what they're doing, but I like the fact you're in a tight ball game, a tense situation, you're staying sharp mentally, very focused mentally. You know, the more at bats you get, the better you're going to hit the ball. And tonight they're getting an extra round of bats here. I guess if I had my druthers, I'd rather play tonight. And I'm not, I'd rather not have the night off like Slate Valley. Now, that doesn't mean anything. Slate Valley could come here and just blow their doors off tomorrow. I'm just giving you my personal experience. I'll tell you what, Bishop's coming here and throwing the ball very well, so he'll get back-to-back strikeouts. That's his 3rd strikeout since coming in the 3rd inning in the pitch. He's faced 5 Marble Valley batters, and he's retired all 5 batters. And now Shane Protovansky up. He had a sacrifice bunt, and then he had a triple that scored 3 runs. And I'll be right back to the pitcher, and fires to first, and it was a quick top of the fourth. 5-1 Marble Valley with Tri-Town coming up in the bottom of the fourth. Ains will take his final warm-up pitch. Got some changes in the defense out there. They've taken Amy Jones and moved her to center field. They brought Sean Blanchard in, and he's now the second baseman. Braden Shannon is the new right fielder, and they stay with McGregor Shannon over in left field. Allen's still at first, McKay still the shortstop, and Miles still at third. That means to me that Protovansky's still behind the plate. As we go into the bottom of the fourth, we're going to be looking at Nickerson, Bianchi, and Godfrey up. Nickerson playing first base tonight. I like his number, wearing 99 out there. Hockey player, wearing number 99. My son, when he played at this age level, wore 99 because he was a huge Wayne Gretzky fan. Foul ball, strike. Had a good rip at that one. Ains has been strong. He's had 6 strikeouts, just a couple of walks, giving up a couple of hits. He's been around the plate all night. He's been very focused on the mound tonight. He's had good patience between pitches. He's not rushed, but he hasn't dragged himself, but he's been able to set himself. Like he's going through a checklist. He's doing his mechanics very well. And that's a great looking pitch right there. At the knee. That one run coming back in the second inning for Tri-Town. Again, they're made up of Rutland Town, Killington, and Barstow. And some high heat will become strikeout number 7. And now Bianchi up. He reached on an error back in the second and got stranded at second base. Again, Miles at third base, right in on the edge of the grass, and that pitch stayed high. Will be ball 1. Again, you can see just real focus, and again, that's been his bread and butter pitch right there. He's had a bend on it tonight. And they want to switch the outfield. They want Amy Jones to go toward the right field gap, right center field gap, and pulled the string on that. And again, watch the release point when he throws that ball. It looks like his arms lining right up with the hip of the batter, but the ball breaking back over the outside corner when it finishes its route to the plate. Came inside that much, and they're saying foul ball. Must have accidentally hit the bat, and we'll stay with a 2-strike count. Each team here tonight with a loss in the tournament. It's a double elimination, so unfortunately somebody's going to be done today. And these are 2 excellent teams. You can see Ains set, and he'll get the pitch in there, and that's going to be a tough play. That's a slow roller. Barehanded Miles with the throw and speeding it down the line. He'll be safe. And boy, there's some speed going down the line right there. We'll pick him back up. Yeah. That is going to be a tough play all the way around, but I tell you, when you got wheels like that, as Bianchi will be on for the second time in the ball game. And now Godfrey up. He reached on an error back in the second inning. And a strike called. Tell you, that's a good umpire. He turned and checked to see if I could see into home base. That's clout right there. And that's going to be behind the base runner. That's going to allow, or the hitter, the base runner will go to second base, take the turn, and again, a long way to go in this ball game. We're only in the bottom of the fourth. 5-1 can disappear real quick. And they'll bring the ball back now into Ains. So again, Bianchi, we've seen his speed, so you'd imagine with a base hit here, he'd have a good chance of scoring. As Ains will miss a little bit high that time. Do I think he's getting fatigue? I have no idea. I would think not. It could just be also that Tri-Town talked about maybe a little more patience at the plate themselves, make them come into the strike zone a little more. Like that right there. So he was taken all the way, and now he's got a full count on Godfrey. Bianchi at second, 1 down. 2 down now as he'll record his 8th strikeout on some high heat. And Max Paquette up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. But again, always a threat to put the ball into play And again, see that bend on that pitch? Whoa. So I don't call it a breaking ball because at this age level, I don't think they're throwing that yet, or they should be, or that they should be throwing that. But I've had mixed feelings on that through my whole coaching career. As Ames with a deep breath and then the pitch. Boy, brought it up inside this time for a strike. So Ames looking to end the inning with strikeout number 9. Tri-Town trying not to strand that runner in scoring position. Ames will have 9 strikeouts as we go into the 5th. 5-1 Marble Valley with the lead. Going to be looking at Derek Ames, Tyler Allen, Kyle Miles do up here. As Ames 0 for 1, he's struck out and he's walked. His main objective tonight was to focus on his pitching, and he's done a very good job on that. That's going to be out of play. Now it's going to be located, and oh, what a catch! Oh, what a great catch by Otter Brown. Tracking the ball right near the fence. Going to his knee and then catching it like Willie Mays in the basket, and a nice job. Again, like I said, too, he's got such a cool name, Otter. So one down here in that catch in foul territory. That's big league play right there. Yeah, Allen 0 for 1. He has walked. He struck out and walked, and I don't think that's going to be foul ball. I didn't think it was going to stay fair, and it didn't. Well, pretty simple right here what Bishop's job is here in the 5th of a 6-inning game. Keep the deficit at 5-1. Don't let any more runs come. Don't let them pad the lead. Don't let them get some insurance runs. His defense coming to work here in this inning for him. Brown with that great catch in foul territory. And a strike called. Boy, that's painting the outside corner. If he keeps that up, we'll have to call Bishop Picasso the way he paints that outside corner. And so Allen now with a couple strikes on him. Got a couple home runs in this tournament. And a nasty pitch from Bishop. 2 down now. Bishop with 4 strikeouts as he's in his 3rd inning of work here. Not quite finished with it. 8 strikeouts between the 2 pitchers for Tri-Town. And Kyle Miles up. He has had a single, and he's lined out to left field. Actually, he got robbed of at least a double by Lucas Godfrey, who made a great catch coming in on the backhand at the ankle-high level on a line drive hit by Miles. And that's going to be back out from Bishop. He'll have it to first. Another good inning by the Tri-Town defense. And they'll come up in the bottom of the 5th, needing some runs. They're down 5-1. Vance, he's come out behind home plate now. He's playing 3rd base, so I can only make the assumption that Kyle Miles has gone in to catch these possibly the last 2 innings. But at the number 2 spot with Kyle Casarino, he's 0 for 2 tonight, to be followed by Andy Kanash and then Jacob Clark. 9 strikeouts for Derek Ames as we're in the bottom of the 5th, scheduled for 6. And Ames' first pitch going to be lifted and looks to be playable by McGregor Shannon, and he'll come in and, well, it made me hold my breath for a minute as he counted on the backhand, and that's out number 1 on a fly ball to left field. Andy Kanash up. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He's had a single, and he's grounded out to the shortstop, McKay. And again, that outfield backing way up. I just want to show you how close they are. That's your center fielder. I could almost reach out and tug on her ponytail for her. That's how far back up she's come. Again, Rutland Town winning the championship of the season, and they'll throw to first, and they'll retire Kanash again. So, tell you what, and Kanash is a great player. Honestly, just a great player. But Ames shows me a lot of character. Like I said, he gave up a 2-run homer to Kanash in his tournament. That ended up being a difference in the game, and he has stood in there and pitched very well tonight against Kanash. Jacob Clark up now. He has reached on an error and grounded out to second base. At that time, it was Jones playing second. She has since moved to center field, and Blanchard's gone into play second. And Braden Shannon, I forgot to tell you, isn't the new right fielder, so that's a wicked foul ball. Again, you go back to that first inning, with everything we saw going on with people trying to bunt runners over and play for a run, and it's lived up to it. And that's strikeout number 10, and we'll go to the next inning up with a 5-1 score. Marble Valley trying to get into that title game. So top of the sixth is what I couldn't come up with at the end of that last inning. It'll be Blanchard, McGregor, Shannon, and I think it'll be Braden Shannon up in that number 9 spot, batting from McCullough. So Blanchard with a walk and then a fly out to center field. And again, Bishop's got 4 strikeouts since coming in the 3rd inning, and he's been around the plate well, he's been very good since he's come in to relieve Casarino. All 5 runs being scored in the 2nd by Marble Valley, which was a highlight of that inning, was the 3-run triple hit by Shane Protovansky. Foul ball. So again, it's going to be Blanchard and McGregor Shannon, and then Braden Shannon coming up for Marble Valley. So we've made it to the 6th. And what's been an outstanding ball game. That pitch will just miss. And again, you know, I don't know, I joke around a lot. I don't know if people pick that up or not on air, but a lot of stuff I say is just joking around. Of course, a lot of it isn't too. But after this pitch here, as Bishop will get the strikeout. That's 5 strikeouts now for Bishop. He's kept his team in here, giving him a chance to come back in the 6th. But just again, just the effort that goes into putting on like a Glozik basketball tournament, like this Proctor All-Star tournament, is so, it doesn't get enough pats on the back. And I mean that sincerely. I mean, Bob Protovansky, Darren Carter, I mean, there's so many to mention. All the volunteers here. But just, I get a lot of contact with those gentlemen, Protovansky and Carter, and the phone calls that tell me the schedule changes. They run around and get the rosters. They get a spot for me to videotape from. They go on the road with the scaffolding and set it up for me. They, on a hot day, they make sure I got plenty to drink. They make sure I'm not hungry. Enough about me, what they do for me. I can't thank them enough for all they do for me. And that's going to be up the middle, stabbed, and Bishop will pick it up, make the throw. Get him, they're going to punch him out. What a play by Bishop. And then Nickerson with the grab. That's 2 out now, and should be Braden Shannon coming up. So we have seen some big league plays today from tomorrow's high school stars right here on Munger Vision. But getting back to what I was talking about, and it's not like a testimonial. It's not like they're being roasted or. But it's more what those gentlemen I mentioned, Protovansky and Carter and the whole gang here, volunteers, do for the players, the teams, the youngsters, the young men and ladies that play this game on this field. The pride they take in making sure that the field looks like Fenway Park here. It's just well done, manicured, the grass, the infield. The concessions building is always, just smells awesome. It's always clean. The restrooms, the dugouts are painted fresh. I mean, the pride they take in this ballpark for the community of Proctor. And then how they want this tournament to go so it's something that these ball players will remember when they're old like me. And again, I don't think they get enough thanks. I hope the community realizes the tradition behind this all-star tournament and how much effort it takes to continue to keep it a top-notch tournament and the work by all the volunteers. And they didn't even pay me to say all that. I just meant that. I look around how much I haven't accomplished anything in life, and then I look at people like this committee and then a couple guys I just mentioned, and boy, they make a difference. And then again, I wish I could have done that, but those guys really make a difference. And on the walk with 2 down, Braden Shannon will head to first base, and they'll bring up Colby McKay, top of the order. McKay's had a single, he's had an RBI, he scored a run, he's walked, and he has struck out. So he's been a busy guy at the top of the order. We're in a 5-1 game in the top of the 6th, scheduled for 6. No winner will play Slate Valley in the championship. The way that championship works, Slate Valley's got to win just one game because they are undefeated through the tournament. And whoever goes up against them, whether it's Tri-Town or Marble Valley, has to win 2 games. Basically 2 in a row. And that's going to be down to first. Nickerson, got it. And again, where's Bishop? He has come in here and given his team a chance to come back, as he has not only pitched well, but he has fielded his position, and again, he deserves all those high fives. So we'll come up with the bottom of the 6th. Last chance for Tri-Town at the plate. Ains looking for the 6-inning complete game win. He's got to face Jacob Bishop, Otter Brown. No, he's going to face, let me find myself here. Yeah, Jacob Bishop, Otter Brown, Brent Nickerson. On a night made for baseball, we have seen a dandy of a ball game here at the Proctor All-Star Tournament. You've seen it only on Munger Vision or on PEGTV.com. 10 strikeouts for Derek Ains tonight, as he has been right on spot here. And now pitch will be called a ball high. Defensively, Protovansky's at third for the 2nd inning now. McKay at short, Blanchard at 2nd, and Allen at first. I'm only assuming that's Miles behind the plate, and they'll go to a 3-ball count now. Ains has been very good about the walks tonight. Both Shannon's in the outfield, and Jones is in center field, flanked on either side by Shannon. Ains will induce a half swing there for a strike. Bishop tonight is 1 for 2. He had a single back in the 2nd, and he scored the lone run for Tri-Town. And it's come back now to a full count, so all the way back to a 3-2 count, unofficially. Ains will kick and fire. Foul tip caught, strike 3. That's 11 strikeouts now. As Bishop had him, was ahead in the count as the batter, and then Ains able to come back. Otter Brown up now. He reached on an error in the 2nd, and he struck out in the 3rd. In the outfield, shading toward the first baseline right now. And I don't believe he went, and the umpire agrees. Or I should say, the correct thing is I agree with the umpire that he didn't go, because the umpire doesn't really care what I think. Ains, if anything tonight, to me, watching him, I watched him pitch last year and then this year, and like I said, I saw him give up that 2-run homer to Kanash, and how he's pitched to him tonight with so much composure and focus. He's come with, like he's going to work. Like he brought his lunch pail, he's out there doing his job, sticking to the game plan, not getting upset. You know, if you walk somebody, not getting too high if he strikes out somebody. He has just been in complete control of emotions and his physical presence. That's going to be a tough play, and they'll collide. Ains will throw off balance, and safe. Just beating it down the line. And again, that's moving it down the line. That's a lot of speed. I tell you, I didn't think it was going to be that close a play. So give Ains a lot of credit, as Otter Brown will beat that out for an infield single. Now Brent Nickerson up. Nickerson's made some excellent plays in the field defensively tonight over at first base. The throw down. Got him! He picked him off! That throw came from Miles. Allen put the tag on. Brown took too much of a lead, and they're 2 down now. And I almost got that whole thing on tape. Strike for Maine, so just 1 out away from going back to the title game. Marble Valley played Slate Valley last year in the championship here at the Proctor Tournament, and they're looking for a deja vu repeat here. Too far outside, and a good eye out there by Nickerson. So 2 outs, nobody on, 5-1, bottom of the 6th. Marble Valley with the lead and looking to celebrate on their home field here. And they'll do it, as that is the even dozen, as he will have 12 strikeouts. And what a performance by Derek Ains and his whole team. They had all 5 runs scored in the 5th. Their defense made the plays when they had to, but 12 strikeouts for Ains as he pitched a whale of a ball game. He won all 6 innings. And it'll be Marble Valley taking on Slate Valley in the championship round. Now Marble Valley with the 1 loss, that came to Tri-Town, so they were able to avenge that. But it's double elimination, so if Marble Valley's going to hoist the trophy, they've got to do it's a tough job. They've got to defeat Slate Valley twice, but a great tournament by Tri-Town. I'm very impressed with their coaching staff, their team, and I love the sportsmanship I'm seeing right now. There's been a couple times this tournament, I hate to say it, not these guys out here, but they had some guys that had to be corrected out there. Not tonight. Excellent sportsmanship done. Congratulations to Marble Valley. We'll have the championship game on Munger Vision. Stick around for more Proctor All-Star Tournament action.